feels empty now. The pain builds up inside. I tried so many times to imagine that you're here. Pretend you're coming back, pretend that you're still near, but it's no use now. You've moved on, but just remember this: you got a piece of my heart. So please remember me, my love. Don't ever wash away those tears we both cried. And as we go our separate ways, I remember you each day. And maybe one day you'll return with my broken heart. Another lonely day, another sleepless night. I wonder what you're feeling and who's now by your side. I wish I could have changed the way the story goes, rewrite my life with you, and whisper one more time, amore mio, ti amo. 'Cause it's not easy to move on while I'm still so lost in you. You've got a piece of my heart, so please remember me, my love. Don't ever wash away those tears we both cried. And as we go our separate ways, I remember you each day. And maybe one day you'll return with my broken heart. This heart of mine belongs to you. You're so deep inside my soul. When two hearts beat as one, don't ever let go. Baby, just remember this: so remember my love. We both cried. And as we go separate ways, I remember each day. One day you return with my heart Sunday. So please remember me, my love. Never wash away those tears we both cried. So never wash away those tears each day of my life. One day you return, you stay in my life. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Hello everybody, Giada Valenti here in Las Vegas. Today it's Saturday, that's why I am in the kitchen today, and I am Giada the chef. Normally, I am Giada, the singer and the songwriter person, you know. I'm a singer and songwriter. If you don't know, I was born and raised in Venice, Italy. I always see new people appearing. And even though on Saturday, on the Giada Live, we cook. I love to cook because I love to have good food. So I say also a lot to all the people watching from YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, Twitch. It's 2 p.m. here in Las Vegas, sunny, shiny, like the song I always sing for you, Here Comes the Sun. And I hope it's the same for you guys in New York, where it's 5 p.m. in the afternoon. Good evening, almost buonanotte per voi che ci guardate dall'Europa, 23 in Italy, ore 23, 22 in England and in Ireland. We always some people from there. And good morning for you guys watching from Australia. Do we have people watching from some other parts of the world I have not mentioned today? Let me know. I know sometimes we have Wales, but that is UK, right, JJ? So what do we have?
We have our nephew Sam Musk watching from the Netherlands.
I have Sam Musk, my little nephew, watching from the Netherlands. Hola to you. Who is it, Matthew? So it's we speak also some Dutch with him. So I even have my little nephew watching today from Holland. He's not in Amsterdam. Where is he? Yeah, little nephew. JJ just said little nephew. My little nephew is young because he's, I don't know, how old are you, Sam? 18, 19? But it's more or less, yeah, you see? You don't even see my hands. He's taller. He's very, very, very tall. All Dutch people are very, very tall. I have to do one of these days a research. I think they are the tallest people in the world, because of what they eat. We have to figure out what they eat. Guys, today we are cooking and it's always very, very exciting. Let me see a few things that I have to mention. What we are cooking today, let's start right away, because today I'm making two things. I'm making basically my lunch, which I hope is going to be your lunch at a certain point, which is a delicious, JJ is showing the pictures, is a delicious cake made of pasta. It's made with pasta. It's like, let's say, you know when you make the lasagna in the oven, it's the same ingredient, but it's just like a standing cake. I like it, a standing lasagna. And we always do some sign languages. So today we are cooking, actually this is funny, because today we are cooking like a pasta cake in the oven. I've learned this morning, in the oven. And you know, Diane, she teach me all these things. So today we're making pasta. This is sign for a cake in the oven, and actually it's like a variation of the lasagna that normally you make it standing, and this one you make it like this and flat, and this one is a standing cake. Only a few ingredients. JJ is going to show you the cards in a second. In sign language, so we need pasta, we need some tomatoes. That's the picture. So sign language for that, because I know many of you are cannot hear or are learning together with me. So pasta, there's the pasta. You need some tomatoes, that's the sign for tomatoes. You need some peas, this is sign for peas. You need some meat, there's the meat. You need some garlic, yeah, it's my garlic, and the garlic is like this because it smells very bad. Then you need some onions. What do you do when you cut the onions? You cry. So this is the onions, and there's my onion, minced onion. Then you need some cheese. Here's my Parmesan cheese. We can cook nothing in the Italian kitchen without that. And of course, to make the bechamel, that's it, to make the sauce. To make the bechamel sauce, which is the white sauce that normally we made in Italy for make the lasagna, you need flours. This is sign language for flours. Then we have salt, we need some nutmeg, and we need some milk. This is what we are cooking today. We are cooking a cake in the oven. So guys, those are the ingredients for what I'm making, and then later I'm making also the scropino. We talk about on Thursday on the Italian editions of the Giada Live. We talk about is a digestivo, to digest, originated in Venice. That's the lemon scropino. That's the original one. And today, as promised, we are gonna make it. You know me, I'm not a drinker, so I'm gonna be making and drinking it together with you. And I'm also gonna make, as promised, the non-alcoholic version with no alcohol for the people of us that like to have something delicious, have a digestion without having alcohol, which is also higher in calorie. So here we go. Without further ado, I would say this is what we're going to have today. We're going to be cooking, we're going to make this scropino, and all the way at the end, as always, we're going to have the birthday and events of the days. Let me start right away to give you some good news. Neil Portnoy, our cartoonist here in Las Vegas, got COVID-19. We have been praying for him. Yesterday, he posted on Facebook that he's finally at home. He's able to walk, still with the respirator. He's gaining strength. So, Neil, we love you. Keep catching up. We are all praying with us. So, applause for you. And Dorothy was already at home. So, apparently, Dorothy was already at a mild version of COVID-19. Other good news, what do we have? I always cook, and you guys are amazing, always making my recipe. We shared last week I made last week actually the steak pizzaiola with my polenta chips. You can find in Giada Live the recipe if you haven't missed it. And we had Alejandra in Uruguay, they made it. And yesterday I got the pictures from Jenny Dolan all the way in Chicago, and she did a great job. Of course, Diane sent me the pictures, Jenny, and JJ is gonna have a picture in a second. And he said that you had some paprika because your husband loved paprika, and it was delicious. By the way, it looks delicious, Jenny. And you look very beautiful. All the people of the Circle of Love are smiling, beautiful people. Good job. You did a great job making that one. And we have among us, also talking about food, we have a pastry chef that lives all the way in, is Italian like me, but he lives in Ireland. And he promised to make the Giada cake. And so he did, and he posted the pictures, and he has the beautiful pictures of the Giada cake with the message that Antonio Argentieri did. Thank you. Grazie Antonio per questo meraviglioso dolce. Well, he said that next time when it's possible to travel, he will be coming here to Las Vegas. I hope you are going to join him. That's what we want to do with the Circle of Love. And he's going to make the cake for all of us for our entertainment. So it's going to be fantastic. Without further ado, are you guys ready to cook? Me, I am, because it's 2 p.m. and I haven't had my lunch, and you know, I'm cooking my lunch, and after the Giada Live, I'm gonna be eating my lunch. So today I decided to make this recipe. I really love the lasagna, and you know how you make it. The ingredients are gonna be the same, but normally you make it flat. And we have these variations that we make in my family sometimes, and we call it, not even lasagna, we call it torta di pasta. For the torta di pasta, here you see torta di pasta al forno, because it's still making the oven like the original lasagna. It's very easy. It takes you like 20-25 minutes. It's more time to make all the sauces that got in. A little variation. Normally the original sauce that you put in the lasagna, I made it personally also with carrots. And what is it? Not fennel, the green one. Anyway, I make it a little bit different. This is a variation that I like. It's like un piatto unico. I put some peas inside, so you have some meat, you have some vegetable, and you have some carbs beside the cheese and all the rest. So if you make this one, make a small portion, because it's gonna fill your stomach very well, and you're gonna be needing the scropino after you eat this one. So small portion to keep the calorie low. So very easy to make. First things, let me just move the computer for a second here. We're gonna take it later. You pre-cook your pasta. So what we like to use in Italy, because we like a little bit not so tall and a little bit a big hole, we like this pasta that is called paccheri. As you can see here, you pre-cook it. So if, let's say, normally the paccheri needs 12 minutes to be al dente, and you cook it for 6, half of the side, because it's gonna keep cooking in the oven. So I pre-cooked my pasta here, as you can see. And since I'm gonna be making it in a form like this one, normally this is a form that you use to make also cheesecake, the one that you can open up. What I suggest, to know how much pasta you need, whatever form you have, you put all your pasta standing, like I will be doing when it's not cooked yet. So you fill it in, so you know that's how much pasta you need to cook. Always cook 1 or 2 more, because some of them may break. And when the pasta is cooked, sometimes, you know, you get a little bit mushy, so you can squeeze it in if you want to have a little bit more. So you fill this one, and then you cook it for half of the time that is written on there to make it al dente. So that was 12 minutes. So I cooked my pasta for 12 minutes. Here it is. You make it got cold. What you do, you take your form and you just put it, let me put it like this so you can see. You just fill your form. It's very fun. Normally, we started to make this one when we were little kids in the kitchen, because it's something that as kids we feel like we are making something delicious. And by the way, you can make it with the sauce of the lasagna, but I also like to make it with other sauce, with tuna. I made it with ricotta and spinaci, because basically I show you in a second how easy it's gonna be. So you filled your little form with a pre-cooked pasta, half of the time that you need to cook the pasta al dente. And you will see. Then depends also how you're gonna fill it in again. You see, I might even have some left over. Let me put it down so I can see better what I'm doing. And so you put all your pasta in this little thing. You put the oven on, ready to get warm, at 340. It's mine, but depends of your oven. The same temperature that you normally have when you make your own lasagna. Squeeze in the pasta a little bit. As I told you, I always make 1 or 2 more. I show you in a second how fun it is. And you can squeeze it in as much pasta as you want, but remember, you need to have the holes to fill them in, so don't put too much in that. As I said, I put 2 extra, and look that, I got 3 left over. I'm gonna put them in here. And this is your cake. I'm gonna turn it to you. You filled it in, all like this. It's cold pasta, half pre-cooked, so make sure that it turns very nice. Both of you, here, 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 here. So at this point, the cake is needing the filling. And the filling is the same filling, the same ingredients, the same thing we have in this case that when we made the lasagna, the one that we made flat. So to make the lasagna, I would say you need the sauce made with the meat, the peas, and onions and garlic and olive oil, and you need the white sauce. We call it bechamel. It's a French name, but you in America call it white sauce. I made a little video. I pre-made it this morning because I didn't want to spend much time cooking with you. So I made the bechamel, and JJ is going to show you a little video. The bechamel, you only need flour, you need milk, you need salt, and you need just an inch of noce moscata, nutmeg, noce moscata in Italiano. Basically, as you can see in the video, you cook the milk, 2 cups of milk, on a medium. I show you in the video in a second. On a medium-low flame. Then you put some salt, you put the nutmeg in, you put the butter, and then you warm it up. When it's warm, you remove it from the stove, and you add 2 spoons of flour. Since you have to fill the cake, I would say keep it a little bit liquid. So show here the little video, so I remind to you how to make it. Some warm milk and on low heat, as I did this. I made it this morning for you guys. As you can see, 2 cups. Then you add a pinch of salt, a pinch of nutmeg, not too much, and the butter. You stir it around, as you can see, a little bit. When everything melts, make sure that you remove it from the stove, and you put some flours in, normally 2 spoons, keep it a little bit liquid, and you stir it around until you get a nice and fluffy little sauce to loosen up everything. It will take you literally, guys, it will take you maybe 5 minutes, not longer than that. And here it's the bechamel as I get it. Let me take a spoon so I can show you how it is. It's nice and liquid. It's delicious. Look at here, look at here. Basically, you need this one, so this is ready, and then you need to make the sauce. The sauce will take you 15 minutes to make it, even longer if you are like my mother. They really like to saute it longer, the garlic, the onions. Me, I'm very fast, so I can make it in 15 minutes. And by the way, it's gonna be keep cooking also for 20 minutes in the oven, so you don't need to pre-cooked and overcooked your ingredients. So basically for the sauce, you need just some tomato sauce, you need some peas, you need some onions, a garlic. Some of you actually asked me about these little tools that I have to peel the garlic. It's called a garlic peeler, and you can find it on Amazon. So I will put a link actually on my page so you know where to buy it. Some were asking. And some Parmesan cheese, and that's all you need, and that's how you make it. I made also a little video that JJ is playing for you. I made it also this morning in 15 minutes, guys. So it's very, everything I cook is fast, delicious, and easy. Otherwise, I'm not here cooking it. So you saute some olive oil and garlic in small pieces. That's the way you do it. You add the onions. When it turns a little bit brown, you put in some chili powder. I love chili powder in everything. Peperoncino, the ground meat, minced, and you cook it, stir it through, and then you put inside some green peas. I use mine from the refrigerator, but you can use also the one in a can. In that case, it cooks quicker. Then you cook them through it, and then you put your tomato sauce. This is a little bit different sauce than normally when I make the lasagna, as I said before, but this is just nice. It's meat. You cook it for 15 minutes on a medium high flame, and it's gonna be ready. And this is how you get it. Try and also this one to get it a little bit liquid. Look, because you have to fill your pasta, and you have your green peas. Your tomatoes is delicious. Actually, you can also take a spoon and eat it like this if you like to. I know people that do that in my family. Won't be doing that today. So remember, we are making this pasta cake in the oven. So here is the pasta cake. Remind, half cooked pasta. So if 12 minutes for al dente, 6. You put them in your little form, the one that you know later you can open. This is the one that normally we use to make the cheesecake. And it's time to prepare our cake. So basically to fill our cake. So it doesn't have to be like a perfection thing. It doesn't have to go in all the holes, but I would say try to be as good as you can in filling all the holes of your pasta. Yeah, so then, and then remember it has to cook in the oven. I'll show you in a second. So make sure that your bechamel is kind of liquid. So when you do what I am doing now, I'll show you in a second. It will go inside your hole. You see? Then you switch to your sauce, the peas and meat, and you do the same. You fill your holes with your thing. This is so much fun. It's one of the things that normally if I'm in the kitchen with somebody small, young kids, it's something that you can do, because also the ingredients, you can make them ahead and then they are not warm. So if you have kids and you want to have fun in the kitchen, this is definitely something fun to do. Or if you have an husband like mine that is more like an engineer that would love to fill all the holes to perfection, then let him make and do these things and you're gonna get a perfect cake. Liam always say, in the mouth it's gonna melt all together, so it doesn't need to be perfection, but JJ is perfection. So you move it a little bit like this, so make sure that everything goes down. At this time, I would say you can add a little bit of your Parmesan cheese, like that. And you get the drill. At a certain point, say, this is my cheese. You finish putting in the rest of your bechamel. Easy like that. With the spatula, you can put it all around. So you get a point that when it's cooking in the oven, it's gonna go in even deeper in the holes of your cake. Here we go, to perfection, I would say. We move along this one. So I'll show you in a second. So you keep, we are making the cake, remember, the pasta cake in the oven. And by the way, I forgot, if you wanna help yourself, you can even take a little spoon and you see the pasta, so you can make even sure that it goes inside. You make some hair inside the sauce, so they really go curly until the bottom of your thing. Here we go. If you want, you can lick your spoon. It's delicious. And we put on top of it the rest of our sauce with the peas and the meat. How easy is this one? As I said, this cake is a fun thing to make. If you're cooking with children, they're gonna love it. So you put the rest of your peas on top of your cake, nice and easy, like this one. Yeah. I don't like my kitchen dirty, so let me clean it a little bit. Here we go. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. This is your cake. You keep beating it up a little bit so it goes. Remember, if you want, you can help yourself with a spoon. You still see the pasta there. You see the pasta? You do like this, so it goes a little bit in. But otherwise, remember, when it cooks, it's gonna go down anyway. So, and basically your cake is done. You put some Parmesan cheese on top of it, as much as you want. You can even put other kind of cheese. You can put pecorino cheese. Remember that you can fill your packery, this pasta, with whatever kind of ingredients you like on your pasta. It's not a rocket science, basically. So here is this one. So here is the cake. It's basically ready. You're gonna put it in the oven, I would say 350 for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, depend on your oven. So it's already almost cooked, but you want all the ingredients to go inside and the cheese to melt and everything ready. So I have prepared one. So I'm gonna put this one in the oven. My oven is ready, and I'm gonna put this one in. And I'm gonna take the one I made this morning for you out of my oven. It's hot, so let me do like this. Got some coming. The other one will be cooking. And here is the one I prepare. You're gonna see, it's gonna be fun. Here are my plates. Remember, what I'm cooking is gonna be my lunch, ladies and gentlemen. So here are my plates. At this point, here is your cake. It's hot, so let me do like this. Voila. Look how delicious it is. It's nice and crunchy. So this is doesn't supposed to. I mean, if you wanna make sure that it's not. It can be a little bit, you know, attached to your things before you open. So with a knife, you go very fast around to make sure it's detached from your form. After that, you open this one. You can also wait until it gets cold and you basically take it out. Look at that. Voila. And you put this one in there, and here, before I prepare a disaster. And here it's your cake. It's delicious. What you do at this point is always a challenge. Let me take a plate to put underneath. Because it can happen that a little piece is falling down. You don't want to have your whole kitchen. You can serve it on table like this. Basically, you take a knife and you cut it just like a cake. Look at this. It's like fun. You take a piece, like this one. It's supposed to come up easily. But let me see. It's like a cake. JJ, are you ready? JJ's ready. Oh, a piece is that. It fell apart, but it's super delicious. You can put some extra Parmesan cheese on top. You can decorate it with some basilicum. You can do whatever you want. So this JJ is yours. You can let me know if it's good. Buon appetito. I'm going to cut another little piece for me, and I can try my own piece. Here we go. And remember, you can put in all kind of ingredients. Here we go. So you see, that's the way it looks inside. As promised, I told you the sauce goes everywhere truly until the bottom of your cake. You can keep it in the fridge. You can have it. You can eat it cold. You can keep it there for a couple of days. So let me. I put some Parmesan cheese on top of mine, and I'm gonna have a bite to let you know if it's good. Is it good, JJ?
It's terrific.
It's terrific.
We're making.
Guys, I wish, this is the part I always wish that you guys were with me. So this is basically a variation of the lasagna. Let me clean my thing. It's a variation of the lasagna. It's a cake made with almost the same ingredient that we have when you make the lasagna, and it's called oven pasta cake. It's something fun, delicious when you have a little bit time in the kitchen and you want to have something different, even if you have guests. It's easy to make. I will say from making the sauce and making the bechamel and making the cake, of course, you have to count the 30 minutes that it has to be in the oven and 15 minutes to prepare everything. So I will say 45 minutes, you can have a nice lunch, dinner, whatever you want. As I said, don't make a bigger portion because it's quite substantial actually, because you have everything. You have vegetable, you have tomato sauce, you have meat, you have cheese, and you have the bechamel made with milk and flour and a little bit of nutmeg. It's delicious, really. And I mean, I can eat it all, you know. So this is gonna be my lunch as soon as I'm done. But before of that, remember I promised you that every time we do this journey into the planet of love, the planet of love too, with my music, the planet of wine. I do not know anything about wine, but when I started to cook, you guys were asking me which kind of wine can I pair with this and that and the other. With this one, actually, I think you will pair better. I was reading that anything substantial like this with tomatoes is better with a red wine. So any kind of red wine of your choice, that's perfect. But after you have a substantial meal like that, we talk about, let me take my computer, we talk about these Venetian things called scropino. Scropino, you remember, means in dialect, scropin, in dialect of Venice means untied. So a groppo is basically a knot, and scropino means untied. So it originated in 1500, we learned, actually it was already in the time of the Byzantine, was already there, but in 1500 the story is that a Venetian rich family had one of the servants making this for them, and it was made with Prosecco, here's the Prosecco, and it was made with a lemon sorbet. I was afraid I could not find a lemon sorbet, but actually I was able to find a lemon sorbet. So, and this was something that was really made for wealthy people, because at the time in 1500, refrigerations was not something that everybody was having. So it was like something for the rich and the famous. Nowadays, in many restaurants, you get it. So you get it this as an after dinner to untide your stomach and clean up your palate, or you can also get it if you are in the middle of a very lavish, like I told you when I got married, with 15 different courses. We use also this scropino to clean your mouth from going from meat to fish, and you find it all over Italy maybe, but for sure when you are in Venice. And today I promised to you that we were doing this scropino with alcohol, and I promised that I was also making the one non-alcoholic for people that just like me, that like to experiment with the alcohols, but they are not huge alcohol driven. So to make the one with the original one, I'm making the original because there are also variations nowadays with different kind of sorbet. We make the one with lemon. You need some vodka, and as always, you remember, I'm not such a big drinker, so I bought the Kettle One, actually, vodka, which is, in our family, the favorite one. JJ is Dutch, and this one is made in Holland. In Enschede, JJ? In Schiedam, sorry, in Schiedam. Sam, if you're watching, you know where Schiedam is. Schiedam is near Rotterdam, and it's a company that has been around for how long, JJ? For ages, really, making. More than 300 years, and so you can get it everywhere in the United States and all over the world. It's called Kettle One, so I bought the smallest bottle I could find because I just need a drop of it. And of course, I have my favorite Prosecco for my friends of Bosco del Merlo. I hope soon to have a link. Everybody of you were asking, where can we buy those wine? They are still working on having a link where you guys can buy the wine here in the United States and have it shipped to you at home. And then, so this is what we need for the alcoholic version. And for the non-alcohol version, you just need some San Pellegrino sparkling water. I prepared everything. You need some milk, a drop of milk, and basically that's it. And I have my my gear. Remember last week I went out to buy my gear to make the cocktails. So you need 2 cups. Let's take the meat away, JJ saying, yeah, you're right. I mean, I need like 2 kitchens, one for one and one for the other. So let's make space for the stuff here. So let me put this one in there. JJ, can you put the cart with the ingredient? Because you know me, I am not very a chef to making stuff. So what do I need? I need 1/3 of a cup, 8 ml of chilled Prosecco, which it's behind me. Oh, here's my Prosecco. Here we go. But I need a cup with a thing. So give me a second. Here it is. So guys, you can back to me. So I need here. I have my bottiglia of Prosecco, and I think I need 1/3 of it. So I'm gonna put it like here. Remember, I'm making something that from somebody that never drinks. I think this is more than enough. Yes. So this is my Prosecco. You remember when you open the bottle to have that, make sure that the bubbling doesn't go away, you put a spoon inside. So that's what we do in this house. We're not big drinkers. So we have the Prosecco. Then I think in a large bowl I put the Prosecco, I whisk it, and I put the sorbet. So let me put my sorbet. The sorbet basically is like a not dairy kind of milk. It's made, you see, with the bubbling. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. I put this one, and then what I need to do, I need to put some vodka. Kettle One vodka. How much? Just 2 little spoons. So 1, 2. Now, they say I have to whisk it. This is what they say, JJ, so I'm gonna put it in my cup here. Here we go. I have my whisker here.
You can also stir it, I think.
You can also stir it probably, but oh, they say whisk it, so hey, we do what they say. This is fun, ladies and gentlemen. And basically, I've been told, according to the instruction, you just pour it on your glass. Let's see. And remember, this is for after your lavish dinner or lunch. So after you make the pasta out today, then you're gonna have this one. JJ, are you ready to try it? And you have to wait. We need a little bit of mint. Decorations. So you put a mint inside. JJ, this is your scropino. We're gonna try it. Chin chin, guys. Do you remember? Not a big drinker. We should not put the hands here. And let's see if it's good. This is actually delicious. But you know, many people just like me, we don't drink alcohol. So let's take this one away and let's make the one, I promise you, the non-alcoholic version. So let me take my glasses. I'm gonna see if it's any better. Basically, we put the same amount of milk that we put in the other one. So milk is there. So no vodka. We're gonna put our sparkling water, same amount, they say, to deal with a little bit of milk and make the milk a little bit bubbling. And then we're gonna put the rest of our sorbet in. Voila. JJ, then you're gonna tell me if this is better. I'm gonna whisk it again. Here we go. It's even more white than the other one. Then we pour it on a glass, you get the train, and then I'll let you know if this is better than the other one. This is more white than the other one. Here we go. Well, remember guys that actually gelato is made with milk, so the sorbet is actually became like an ice cream now that we put the milk. We put some mint. JJ, you tell me which one of the two scropino you like. So chin chin. So this is with alcohol and this is without alcohol, made with sparkling water and milk. It's not bad. So this one can be served to children. And of course, because it's like a cold, refreshing drink. And this is alcohol because he has the Prosecco and the vodka. So we cannot serve this one to children. Actually, I like them both. I read actually on the internet that you can make them ahead and then you can put them in the freezer, in the fridge, and you can serve your drink a couple of hours later to your guest. And that's what I will be doing later. So without further ado, I'm gonna have my lunch in a second. And before we say goodbye and we're gonna wish each other happy Sunday, let me take my computer and we're gonna have the birthday of event of today. Today, which day is today? Today is August 8th. Can you believe it? August 8th. We start this Giada Live actually on March 18. Do you remember, guys, how long ago is that? People were saying chin chin, chin chin to you guys. And if you're making these cocktails, please let me know if you like them. This is the scropino. So August 8th, Saturday, today. First of all, let's wish happy birthday to Ronnie Manicotti. I don't even know if he's with us today. He's one member of the Circle of Love, the gentleman that is always sending stuff. He sent candle last week. And it was his birthday yesterday. So if you're watching, he's in Miamisburg, near Cincinnati. Happy birthday, Ronnie. We all love you here at the Circle of Love. I hope you're having a good day and you are still celebrating. And without further ado, thanks to Doug Hartling, we go to the birthday and event of the day. What happened today in history? August 8. In 1609, the Venetian Senate, we go back to Venice, where I was born and raised, examines the Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei telescope. There is a painting of it. And they are so impressed that they dubbed his salary and gave him a lifelong university appointment. I read that in the money of today, it would have been paid like $5 million, which is a huge amount of money. For such a small place, Doug is saying, the amount of history coming from Venice is mind-blowing. Thank you, Doug. It's true. Venice was very rich of history, still is. And in 1673, we go back to Holland, where JJ is from. Today, actually, the Dutch settled in New York City, called, of course, New Amsterdam, of also New Orange. And they lost it in a battle, but today, in 1673, they reclaim it. Funny enough, Doug is saying 1 year later, they will sell New Amsterdam, basically New York, to as a part of a treaty for a peace treaty. And in place of New York, they buy Suriname, which is in South America, thinking it was worth much more money. Doug is saying, sorry, JJ, but hey, in 2005, I came back to New York with JJ, so we regained Manhattan, our home way. So, in 1898, Will Kellogg's invents the corn flakes, and we are still eating them today. Unbelievable indeed. 1898, ladies and gentlemen. And today, in 1945, United States President Harry Truman, we have pictures of it, signs the United Nations Charter, which I sang at the United Nations, a beautiful place, beautiful organizations, and very meaningful. I mean, a little bit in turmoil the world right now, but thank God we have still the United Nations. And in 1960, the Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini, it's like a lingua, it's very long. It's number 1 in the charts. We talked about it when I had my guest Ron Dante, if you remember. If you want to watch that episode and hear more about it, go back on Giada.live, which bring us to the birthday of today. Before, we have a few little mention. Yesterday, Ronnie Manicotti did. And also yesterday, in 1960, David Duchovny was born in New York City and turned 60. Although he's famous for his television roles, he starred in one of Doug's favorite films, which, I missed it. It's a romantic comedy titled Return to Me. And the film also pays tribute to Dean Martin that sings in the opening scene of the movie Return to Me. Now I have to watch the movie because I love Dean Martin. So happy birthday. 1975, another beautiful lady was born yesterday in 1975. Charlize Theron is born in Benoni, South Africa, and turns 45 years young. I would say she's spectacular. She's, of course, a tremendous Oscar-winning actress, but did you know, Doug is saying that she moved to Milan at the age of 16 and worked as a model before she settled to New York City to study ballet? No, I didn't know that. I know she does speak Dutch, though, because she was born in South Africa, and I heard her speak very well. And in 2016, she was listed as one of the 100 most influential women in the world. Very beautiful woman. Birthday of today. Here we come to today, August 8, 1905. We go back to Italy. Nino Martini is born in Verona, not far from me, in Veneto, and he was an operatic tenor who began his career as an opera singer before moving to the United States to pursue an acting career, a very successful one. Actually, he appeared in many movies of the 30s and the 40s, while he was also simultaneously one of the leading tenor actually at the Met, the Metropolitan Opera of New York. Unbelievable. And in one of the movies, actually, he sang in 1930 the song Come Back to Sorrento, Torna a Sorrento, very famous Neapolitan song. Didn't know about these things. And in 1921, one of my mom's favorite, actually, Esther Williams, was born in Inglewood, California. Beautiful lady, as you can see, and is best known for for being an actress, of course, and for being an amazing synchronized swimmer. She started, I'm reading here, his acting career in a Billy Rose Aquacade, swimming alongside with Olympic swimmer and Tarzan star, we talk about him, Johnny Westmiller. And her trademark in many movies was indeed her incredible synchronized swimming activity. My mother loves her movie. I saw them all, I think. And due to the starting of World War II in 1940, unfortunately, one of her dreams did not come true. She wanted to go to the Olympic Games, and that was not possible for her. I'm sorry for that. And in 1922, Rory Calhoun, an American actor, writer, producer who appeared in dozens of films and television shows, was born in Los Angeles, California, today, 1922. Very handsome gentleman. A few more birthdays. 1926, Richard Anderson was born in Long Branch, New Jersey. We go from east to west coast. So guys, in New Jersey, he was born there in 1926 as an American actor who appeared in numerous films and television shows, probably best known as an Oscar Goldman in both the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman television series. I know him very well too because we have those two series in Italy too. And in 1937, one of my favorite actors, Dustin Hoffman, was born today in Los Angeles, California. Believe it or not, he turns 83. 83 today. He's an American actor who came to fame for The Graduate. Hey, we all know the movie. And has ever since won every acting award that an actor can win. Amazing actor. I love him. And in 1938, another Italian who was having his birthday today, Connie Stevens, who has an Italian ancestry indeed, was born in Brooklyn, New York, and turns today 82 years old. We also have pictures there of Doug together with her in recent year, and Doug said that she shared the same love for the quote that I love, that the best things to wear is your own smile. And she is, of course, a screenwriter, producer, cinematographer, and an editor. In short time, she did it all. Happy birthday to Connie Stevens. I didn't go to meet her, but I have many friends who know her very well. Amazing lady. Last birthday of the day, thanks to Doug, is 1953. Don Must is born in Brooklyn, New York. Whitey Gain is famous Ralph Marf in Happy Days. Today is a singer and has a most pleasant voice. I agree with you, Doug. Doug said that he has seen him in several occasions and he always finds him to be a very encouraging person. The pictures, there's also a picture I'm showing now of him and Doug together with him that was taken at the funeral of the father of Ronnie Howard, that apparently was a very important figure in the life of both actors. Funny enough, Doug, you didn't know, I know Ralph very well myself, and thank you for reminding me about him. He can be maybe one of these days a good guest for the Giada Live. I forgot all about it. So thank you so very much. So today, I remind you, we made this delicious pasta cake, which is gonna be my lunch in a second. I have to warm it up probably because I prefer it warm, but here it is. And I hope you guys are gonna make it. If you make it, make sure, it's delicious, even cold, to take a pictures of this. Here is my cake, as you can see. I'm gonna put on my Patreon page the card with all the ingredients, so if you guys wanna make it, you can print that graphic. And we made, of course, also the scropino that I'm gonna be putting in the refrigerator with alcohol and without alcohol, and I'm gonna have it after my big lunch. And then I gonna be seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, and tomorrow Sunday we have the Sunday love song. Yes, tomorrow I'm gonna be back to my normal self. I'm gonna be singing for you. So thank you guys. It's on patreon.com at giadavalenti.com if you wanna join us. And we love it there because nobody is bothering us. We can sing, we can play, we can do whatever we want, and there's no problem whatsoever. And you can join starting at $1. And what else? So tomorrow, that's gonna happen tomorrow. And then next Tuesday, talking about amazing guests, I'm gonna have one of my favorite singer, one of my favorite group. The group is Pink Martini, and I'm gonna have as my guest the beautiful and super talented and super nice China Forbes. And if you're not familiar with Pink Martini, you're missing big time. They have this kind of retro sound and amazing, beautiful music. They're famous all over the world. So guys, I'm gonna be seeing you tomorrow for my Giada Live. Before I go, I remind you, we do all this Giada Live sign language to Diane Fiorentino. Thanks to Diane Fiorentino, and thanks to Katie. Also, we have this beautiful, colorful mask with sign language. You can learn, by the way, the whole alphabet. Every time I wear it, you see they have different colors in the inside, and they have adjustable, elastic, and they are for awareness for people that cannot hear. So you can buy them on my webpage. There are only a few. Katie made them, and we don't have many of them. They're very well made, and really I get always so many compliments. When you wear them, people remembers you, and they love the fact that it's funny when you wear them, how many people will approach you that just like me, and just the people that wear it have somebody in their family that have the same problem that they cannot hear. So thank you, Diane, for teaching me all the sign language. I really love it, and I love you. And I want to thank Kathy also for making those beautiful masks available for all of us. Guys, I'm gonna have my food ready. I'm gonna probably warm it up. I'm gonna have my lunch. I want to thank you for being with me today, and I'm looking forward to see you all tomorrow on the Patreon page for some music. Same time, we go on at 2 p.m. And you guys, there is a poll out there for the people that are joining the Patreon that they can choose the song. And thank you also all of you that have been suggesting songs on the Patreon. That helps me a lot. So I'm going to put all your suggestions in the next couple of weeks, love songs for me to sing. So I will say buon appetito. Ci vediamo domani per cantare. Domani si canta, la 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 la. I will leave you and I'm going to have my lunch. Thank you for being with me. Guys, I love you. And ci vediamo domani. Ciao.
Dankeschön, dear old Dankeschön. Thank you for seeing me again. Though I'm here in my solitude, I know you are there, and in my heart I smile again. And so I sing here in my solitude, waiting to see you, same time, same place, and I can't wait to say again, Dankeschön, 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 dear old Auf Wiedersehen. See you tomorrow. A domani.